What's up, everybody? Ryan Reifert here again. Today's topic should be a fun one, which is, would you take random legal advice from a stranger on the internet about whom you know nothing, and they may or may not be an attorney? If this seems like a silly question, just wait, stay tuned. First, before we get any further, I want to ask everybody to like, subscribe, comment, send me a message if there's another video that you want to see. Hopefully this will be the first of a couple of bad legal advice from the internet videos. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Our first gem of bad legal advice today comes to us from Reddit, from the actual legal advice subforum, kind of oddly named because I don't think there are many attorneys on that forum, perhaps none at all, not least of which because forming attorney-client relationships with random strangers on the internet by rendering personalized legal advice, when you have no idea whether you're conflicted or have some sort of other relationship or whether that advice will give rise to a conflict in the future, is a really bad idea, and any attorney would know that. So again, this is not the point of the video, but be careful about going to the legal advice subreddit. There's probably no attorneys there. Anyway, this guy, Mr. Linen Suit, posts that he's in Southern California, SoCal, and he says, I had a garage sale about 4 months ago, and this week I was served with a lawsuit for selling linens, sheets and such, because I removed the huge warning tags that they sew to said linens. These were used sheets. So first of all, that's a great choice for a username, right? Linen Suit is a snazzy summertime dress, and as well, he's been served with a lawsuit over linens. So 2 points for cleverness. However, get into the comments here, and most, a few of them are pretty reasonable, right? Like, the sheets shouldn't matter, but the pillows technically do. That's probably right. That sounds correct. But anyway, you get down here and you have this guy, the Frognosticator, who renders some brilliant advice, and he says that you should delete your comment because this is why we have the Fifth Amendment, which is just an incredibly insightful, incredibly brilliant comment, because the Fifth Amendment, which says no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arriving in the land or naval forces or the militia when in the actual service of time of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subject to the same offense or twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. That's quite a mouthful. Now, presumably this person, the Frognosticator, is not talking about eminent domain or military tribunals. Presumably he's referring to the privilege against self-incrimination and the Fifth Amendment's protection of being a witness against yourself. The problem with that is that if you actually read the Fifth Amendment, or if you're an attorney and you have been forced to read the Fifth Amendment quite closely, it only applies to criminal cases. In a civil matter, you can be forced to testify against yourself. So again, just very clearly not a correct statement of the law. The Fifth Amendment does not apply in a civil litigation situation. The Fifth Amendment is only for criminal. And had this person consulted an attorney, they would have told him that. So I really hope that nobody relied on that advice, because if you get in front of a judge in a civil trial and claim that you can't be a witness against yourself, they're probably going to laugh at you when you tell them that your Reddit attorney told you to do that. So again, be careful about where you get advice on the internet. The person that you're talking to may be an attorney, may not be an attorney, maybe a police officer, maybe an insurance person, maybe a high schooler with Google in their bedroom. You just have no idea. So we'll do a couple more of these videos. I've got some more bad legal advice lined up from, I'm not just going to pick on Reddit. There's a couple of other places, but, it's probably mostly from Reddit. But, anyway, drop a comment, subscribe, like, let me know if you've heard of really terrible legal advice from strangers on the internet, and, maybe we'll feature some of it. So again, thank you guys. See you next time.